Have you ever found yourself whispering to the stars, begging the universe for a sign? Have you stayed up deep into the night, staring into the dark sky and asking, why isn't anything changing? You've done it all, the affirmations, the rituals, the visualizations, and yet the silence continues to echo. If that feels familiar, you're not alone. We've all been taught to chase transformation, to hustle, to heal, to strive. But what if the need to do more is the very thing standing in the way of everything we seek? Carl Jung, the pioneer of modern psychology, once proposed something radically different, that real change doesn't begin with effort, but with surrender. Let's explore how doing less may just lead you to become so much more. Resistance reframed the truth about doing more. What you resist persists. What you try to force often fractures. This isn't a message about pushing harder. It's not another video telling you to grind your way to peace. It's a message about becoming through stillness, through surrender, through radical trust. Take a deep breath. In a world obsessed with productivity, stillness feels counterintuitive, even uncomfortable. But Jung believed the unconscious is always speaking to us, always reflecting. We just rarely get quiet enough to hear it. You might say, I want love. But deep down, another voice whispers, I'm not worthy. That's the conflict. And until you bring that unconscious belief into the light, it quietly shapes your reality. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Reflection, not resistance. You are not being denied, you're being mirrored. What if the universe isn't withholding from you, but reflecting you? You're repeating the rituals. You're saying the affirmations. But if your nervous system is saturated in fear, doubt, or urgency, your energy tells the real story. You're not being punished, you're being mirrored. The universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your vibration. That's why surrender is not giving up. It's letting go of the illusion that you have to fight to be worthy. Intentional stillness, the sacred pause. There's power in pausing. In fact, intentional stillness may be one of the most radical acts of faith you ever make. Imagine saying to the universe, I'm done begging. I'm becoming. That's the heart of individuation, Jung's word for the process of becoming whole, not perfect, but whole. Wholeness isn't born from chaos. It's born in the quiet space between the noise where your soul finally has room to breathe. Letting go doesn't mean failure. It means you trust the wisdom already living inside you. The creative void where nothing happens, yet everything begins. So what happens when you finally stop trying to force it? At first, nothing. No sign, no lightning bolt, just silence. Jung called this space the creative void, a place between identities, between chapters where the old self has dissolved, but the new self hasn't yet formed. It feels like stagnation. It feels like failure, but it's actually sacred. It's the womb of your becoming. Most people run from this stillness, but those who stay, they awaken. Because while it seems like nothing is happening, everything is quietly reorganizing. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Your energy is realigning. Your soul is getting ready to receive what it no longer needs to chase. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Stop chasing. Start remembering. Jung's greatest insight wasn't about fixing the self. It was about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. You were never meant to prove your worth. You were meant to remember it. The healing, the clarity, the love. They're not rewards you earn, they're truths you return to. So pause, breathe, let go. Let the version of you that chased dissolve. And watch what happens when you finally allow life to meet you in your stillness. You're already enough, the journey home to self. You don't have to try so hard to be enough. You already are. This journey isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to the one who's always been waiting underneath the noise. Let the silence speak. Let the mirror reflect. You are what you've been searching for. A message for the becoming. If this message touched something in you, if it gave voice to a truth you've always known, drop a comment below. I choose alignment. Let others know they're not alone. This channel Cyphoria is more than just a space. It's a mirror, a sanctuary, a home for remembering. Until next time, stay soft, stay still, and trust. Sometimes doing nothing is the most powerful thing you'll ever do.